Time for another board game review, and this time we have the game Castles of Mad King Ludwig. This was sent to me by Bezier Games. Castles of Mad King Ludwig is a tile-laying game in which each player is trying to build an amazing castle, subject to the whims of the Mad King. Players are contractors looking for the best deals on rooms while selling their services to other players. As the players add rooms to their castles, they earn points. The player with the most points at the end of the game wins. And now let me show you how to play.
So in each round of Castles of Mad King Ludwig, there is a Master Builder, and that gets switched between players each round. And what the Master Builder does is they get to decide the prices of the rooms you can buy. In this game, you're trying to buy room pieces and connect them together to make combos and get bonuses and so on and so forth. So getting to choose the prices for the rooms is a significant advantage. So if there were any empty, let's say in a previous turn some of these rooms have been purchased, you would draw room cards that correspond with the sizes. This is a 150, so you would put a 150 room here, and here's a 100, so you would put a 100 size room here. And then you can choose, you can go, okay, I want this one to be 15,000 money this turn, and this one is gonna be 2,000, and you get to choose as you see fit if you're the Master Builder on what each room costs for that round. Once the Master Builder chooses the room prices, all the other players, starting from their left, they choose one of those rooms, or they can purchase a hallway or stairs up here, and pay actually the Master Builder the money that they're paying for the room. If a player passes, he receives 5,000 and the Master Builder receives nothing. When it's the Master Builder's turn, they pay the money supplied to the bank. If they purchase a room. So let's say in this turn, this, and this got purchased. There are 3 rooms left. Each of them gets a 1,000 coin placed on them. Like so. Ta-da! These coins serve as sort of an incentive to buy this room in future rounds, because the longer a room tile is not purchased, the more 1,000 coins are on it, and whoever purchases that room gets the money on that tile along with the room. They can even use it to pay for the room, if necessary. After everyone has purchased a room or passed, Master Builder token gets passed to the left, and you go on. Now let's talk about placing rooms. At the beginning of the game, each player gets 15,000 worth of money. They get 3 bonus cards, which they return one of them to the bottom of the deck. I'll explain those later. And then they receive a foyer. This is sort of your starting piece. Now, any room you purchase, an entrance to your new room must align with an entrance to an already existing room in your castle. So let's say I bought this room tile. As you can see, there are entrances here. I could connect it like so, or like so. Let's say I do it like this. Now these 2 rooms are connected. Some rules for placing tiles: they may never overlap each other. They may be placed in any 90-degree orientation. Round rooms have entrances along 90-degree edges. Entrances can align into walls, going with the sort of Mad King aesthetic, as long as one of the entrances to the room aligns with another entrance. So I could actually connect 2 rooms like this. As long as this entrance here is connected, even though this leads into a wall, it doesn't matter. There are also downstairs rooms, and in order to go downstairs, you have to build stairs. So I could go like this, put some stairs here and connect, and now this room is in the downstairs, and they have a downstairs symbol on them to show that. Downstairs room and downstairs hallway rooms may only connect to upstairs rooms via stairs, so there has to be some sort of stairs here. They can touch walls with upstairs rooms, but entrances from downstairs rooms cannot connect to entrances of upstairs rooms. No rooms may be adjacent to the fenced edge of an outdoor room. This is an outdoor room. As you can see, there's a fence here, so I could not have any walls touching that fence because it's supposed to be outside. And so, if you cannot place a room legally, you may not purchase it. It seems more complicated than it is. It's actually fairly simple. Just follow the logic of a castle, basically. Like, okay, like rooms connect by entrances unless they're downstairs, then downstairs are separate areas. It seems like a lot, but it's actually pretty simple. Here's an example of a room that is placed legally. As you can see, all the rooms are connected validly, and the downstairs area here is separated by stairs. So here's how you score a room. You look at the room, you look at the top left and go, okay, that's worth 1 point. And then you look at the icons. For this one, for every activity room, which is what this symbol is, you would get 2 points for each. So if you had, let's say, 4 activity rooms in your castle, you would have 9 points for this. If we look at this activity room, it's worth 5 points, but it's minus 1 point for all of these types of rooms. In this case, corridor rooms, downstairs rooms, living rooms, and sleeping rooms. For any of those rooms that are touching the walls of this room, you would lose a point for each one. And for this room, it's 1 point plus 3 points for every activity room that is connected to this. So if you had 2 activity rooms connected to this, it'd be 7 points. Now, these points can be scored even after this room is built. So if, let's say, you built this first and it was connected to 1 activity room, you would get 3 points for it. But then if you built another activity room here connecting to it, you would get 3 points for that room and add it to your running score. And the scoreboard is over here. Also, if you have a room and you connect all the entrances to other entrances, then that room is completed. And if you complete a room, you get a completion reward. For living rooms, if you connect all the entrances and complete it, you rescore points for the room. Basically, you get to score it again. Activity rooms, you get an instant 5 points. They give you a list of all the rewards on here. And there's some, you can get like 10,000 money instantly. Take some bonus cards and keep one of them. A free hallway or stairs. So the game rewards you for efficiently completing the rooms and connecting all the entrances to other rooms, so you can get some nice bonuses for that. Also, at the beginning of the game, there are King's Favors that are decided. They're sort of like achievements, kind of, that you're sort of going for. Like if you're first place in the category, you get 8. Second place, you get 4 points. And so there are different types. Like, for example, this one is a size favor. And so you add up how many square feet of the outdoors rooms you have, and whoever has the most gets the most points. This one is another size one. This one is how many large rooms you built. So if you count up all the large rooms you get, if you build the most, then you get bonus points. There are all sorts of them. Some of them are building a certain number of specific types of rooms. There's ones for like how much cash you have at the end. So at the beginning of the game, there's always different sort of objectives you can kind of go for that can help you in the end. And then there are the bonus cards. And the bonus cards are also cards that give you bonus points at the end. This one gives you 2 points for each of your 250 rooms. This one gives you 1 point for each of your round rooms. So the more you get of these, at the end you can have kind of like a surprise boost to your score. So it's very beneficial to get these, and it helps you kind of choose which rooms you want to add to your castle. The game is over once this deck of room cards is empty. And then after that, you score. Each player receives 2 points for each room they have. And then in turn order, you show your bonus cards and you receive points for that. You receive 1 point for every 10,000 marks you have. And whoever has the most points is the winner.
There's a lot of great mechanics going on here. It has a lot of components, and it looked intimidating, and I was like, oh, is this going to be like an annoyingly complex game? But it's really easy to play. Like, kind of deceptively easy. I like games with ease of play, but there's a lot to master, and a lot of strategy. But the actual mechanics of playing the game are not cumbersome or overly complex. The whole master builder concept of like choosing the market prices and trying to get rewards as people pay you it's an incredible part of the game. Since you're going last in the buying process, since the other players buy before you, you have to balance sort of the risk of, well, there might be a specific room you want, and you don't want that purchased, but at the same time, you want them to pay more money so that you get more money that turn as the master builder. And you can block opponents like by making some rooms prohibitively expensive if you can kind of look at their castle and go, okay, I think I know what room they want here, but I'm going to make it expensive this turn so that they either have to pay a lot or not get it. The actual building of the castle is also very satisfying. My wife was kind of like, I kind of just want to play this by myself and just build a castle. But the way that the rooms interact with each other is really interesting, like the combos you can get with completing rooms and bonuses. It's just a really fun sort of building this castle in the most efficient way possible. Maybe not the best castle to live in because it's so chaotic, but in terms of point getting, you can make it's really fun in sort of building those combos and making it as point heavy as possible. The King's Favors and the bonus cards also add a lot of fun strategy because they really kind of help you. Well, they don't necessarily make you, but but they can help you choose like how to shape your castle. Like if you have a round rooms bonus card, you might want to, you know, go after some round rooms, get some extra points at the end that you can throw in your opponent's faces to surprise them. So there's so much you can do. You can focus on the completion of the rooms, you can focus on the room bonuses, the king's favors, your secret bonus cards. There's so many different things you balance to go like, well, how can I get as many points? It's all about those points, baby. And then at the end of the game, you kind of have these crazy looking castle layouts, and you can just show everybody like, look at the mess I have made, this disaster of a crazy Mad King castle. You know, that's a lot of fun too. Overall, I thought this was a fantastic game. It's just so satisfying as a castle builder and as a strategy game. It's great. Good shit.